Hello world, hello YouTube, hello Flosstube. My name is Mia and this is Missing in a Stitch, my journey of cross-stitching. Welcome. Welcome if you're a subscriber. I really enjoy it that you like to come and see what I have to share with you, and I really appreciate you. I also appreciate and welcome everyone who just might pop by. That's just fine, and it would be really nice if you would subscribe, but that's your choice. So today is the Flosstube Extra. It is my WIPParade. I actually forgot that I had my Flossaversary, my first Flossaversary in February, and I just remembered it. So that's the WIPParade, and let's just jump in and see what I have. Just to tell you that even though I have a list on a spreadsheet of what I have, it might be that not everything has been written, because if I don't put it in, then it won't be there. Hopefully everything is. And also they are in the order, I'm showing them in the order that I have put them into the spreadsheet. They are by no means in any timeline order. But around, well, my spreadsheet says that I have 41 WIPs. So for you to see them all, we might just get started. My first one is originally from 2009. My I'm sorry, computer stuff problems. Actually, my computer died and I have to use my tablet. Yeah. My firstborn in 2009 chose a height for me to stitch for her, and after how many years it is, I'm still on it and stitching on it, and this year it's my focus piece. The chart is Love Me Not, art by Selena Finach, and it's charted by Haid. It's retired, so unfortunately you can't get it anymore, but this is what it will look like. And excuse me, this is what she looks like at the moment. She is at 20,400 stitches, and yeah, my focus piece for this year. I hope to get her done by the end of the year. I have around 58,000 stitches left to do. So that was WIP number 1. I'm not promising to stay up with the numbers because I know I'll mess up at some point. So yeah. The next one is the Haysal 2025, which I jumped into not to actually stitch as a sal, but just to get the chart, because it's one that's been done, or my I have understood that it's been done for the sal. I can't find a chart with this in it. L Designs is the art by, it's AI art, but and it's charted by Haid. This is what it will look like once it's done. I have stitched 3,243 stitches out of the 90,000 stitches that it has. And this is my 3,243 stitches. As said, I'm not stitching this as a sal. I just wanted the chart. And once it's done, I will give it to my son. Okay, one information I have forgotten to say is what is it? Love Me Not has been stitched on 22 count Hardanger. My lighting is not good at the moment. Will that help? 2/1 cross stitch, and this steampunk portal is stitched on 28 count even weave. It is 1/1 full cross. And the next one, Randall Spangler, is one of my favorite artists whose art has been changed into cross stitching. I just love his dragons. And love me what Cooking for Your Dragon is a book, and once it's done it will look like this. I have done 14,301 stitches on it. I am at 45%. This is 28 count even weave by Swikart. I don't have any other information. And 1/1 full cross. So almost halfway done. And yeah, I sort of like, I would wish this would be done by the end of the year, but I'm not holding myself up to that kind of that kind of a promise, because I really need to get Love Me Not done. My next piece is from Owl Forest Embroidery, Pumpkin Color Autumn. This one's ready. I have all my information in one place, so that's why I'm fiddling around here with. And now my tablet sort of like wants to make me work for it. 40 count linen, 2/2 with variegated and solid DMCs. Started on September 4th, 2023. I have 69.77% done, and once it's ready it will look, if my pattern keeper, or if my finger would like to pick up the right spot. I don't know. This is not the right colors. The mock-up doesn't show the right colors for some reason. Yeah, well, okay, I have the variegated and it doesn't read all the variegated colors, so I've just put in a gray for them. Yeah. And I wonder if you can see it without a backing here. This is what it looks like at the moment. I had stitched the tree next to the squirrel here. That was a tree. Had to rip it out because it was only 26 off. And the reason for that, I was supposed to stitch it starting from this white pumpkin in the middle, and I had started it from this orange pumpkin, so it was off completely. So I ripped it out and we'll stitch that again. Yep, pumpkin colored autumn was that. Then my next one is Blackwork Flowers and Birds by Leslie Tier. This is an Ada. I think this is 16 count. It's off-white ecru. No idea when I have started this. It's a chart that has both cross stitch and black work. Once done, it will have 12 birds with flowers. And at the moment I am on bird square 3. These are really pretty. Each block is really a wonderful piece. So was number 4. The next one, on Etsy somewhere, I have not written it down and I can't get it on the except that, can I get it? It's a bird. I bought quite a lot of these birds, but there is no, on the PDF it doesn't say whose it is. It's just the chart, so I don't have any idea whose this is. It's a cutesy little birdie, but my start is, I actually don't even know which way this goes. Yep. This way. Okay. This is my start. I'm stitching, can you see it? It's the belly of the bird. I'm stitching this on Eva fabric from Ubelher, and I'm stitching it 2 over 2 full cross. Yes. And it will get done someday. I wonder if I have that Eva fabric is 28 count. Yes. I've done 7.56%. Yay! Not. Okay, and the next one is a bit less. It's Joy the Snowman. It's not a big one, it just has 2,116 stitches, but for some reason it hasn't got a lot. It has 2.85 stitches. It's on Ada. It's on 18 count. No. Blah, blah, blah. This is 14 count, 16 count. It's Ada. And I don't think I've stitched on this year. It's a mania start from 2024 on the May 10th. And it's from the Scarlet House. Here's my snowman. He doesn't exist. Only his buttons, his scarf, his teeth and eyes, and the start of his hat. There's no actual snowman. But he will get ready. This is design from 2023. I have to check. Yeah. You can actually. He has a few animals and snowflakes and all those hollies. This is what Joy will look like once he is done. Okay. There is a Laura, I stitch birds. She gifted me with seagull charts, and they were nice and small. I enjoy stitching. I've done many of them. I think this is the last one that I've started as mania last year. That I'm not sure you can see anything because it's white on white. Can you see anything there? I hope you can. It's a seagull fishing in flight. And there's this is a mock-up. There's a silhouette of a town behind, but mock-up doesn't show it. With the PDF, oh, there's actually a picture of it. I think this is a beautiful one. It will look like this once done. And I have just started in the middle on his tail and yeah, so not much done. I'm getting confused with myself of what do I need to tell you. He is just called Seagull. I have started him on May 10th, 2024. This is Ida. I think this is 16 count, just plain white Ada. And stitching 2 over 1 full cross with the called for colors. My next one has not been touched this year at all, and it's physically, and I think with stitch size also. Actually, I don't think it's my biggest one anymore, but it's a big one. Randall Spangler is the artist, charted by Haid, stitched on 16 count Ada. It has 150,850 stitches, stitching 2/1 full cross, and this has gazillion stitches of 939. Once it's stitched, it will, the chart is called ta-da, and it will look like this. Started in history, no idea when, and this is where I am at. Here is the both top corners are done with the 939. It's been an easy color when I need something to stitch, like with a cross stick, or just some challenge that has stitched this and this count. It's been an easy one, but nowadays I am sort of like I've been stitching the challenges with other things, so this has not been getting progress. Maybe this needs to be, it's 150,000 stitches, of which I have stitched 4,724, which is 3.13%, not much. But this is one that it would either, to get it done in a year, it would need to be monogamous, or I would need to be monogamous, or then it would take like, let's say 50,000 a year, 3 years to get it ready. I could actually take this to be a focus piece next year. And when I say focus, if possible, I'm stitching it to get it done, but this is that big that unless I skip out everything else, it won't be done in a year. So yeah, the word focus would mean that I would do the most on this in a year. Let's see, I'm not doing 2026 plans. The next one is Garden Gnomes, and this is by Carolyn Manning Designs. Stitched on Ada, that I do not know what the count is, and I didn't remember to check. 16 count. Garden Gnomes. Started on the 22nd of May 2024, which means this is a mania start, and it's once done, it will look like this. 4 gnomes, and each has something to do with gardening, I think, or just gardens. Flowers and a basket, and yeah, I think this is a cute one. A lot of block stitching, which I just about happen to like, and this is where I am with it. Almost 1 gnome down. Yeah, it's not a big piece because they will all fit in this. This is Ada 16 count. And the next one, I have to check. It's Owls by Nosa Creations. Noussi. I'm not sure how that's pronounced in English. 16 count Ada. Started on the 1st of May, which means this is Mania 2024. Once it is done, I hope I can show you it will have 5 funny owls. I enjoy stitching real birds, but I also enjoy stitching these cartoonish characters. And one almost done and second owl started. This is also 16 count Ada. I stitch everything full cross unless the chart says you to do something else. And I mostly stitch 2 over with 2 strands. Well, on Ada you stitch over 1, and nowadays I actually enjoy, if I've got even weave or linen, I enjoy stitching 1 over 1, but I have whips that have 2 over 2. But this Nosy Creations Owls is 2 over 1 on 16 count Ada. And I don't know anymore what count we're going with my whips. 13th, maybe. Yeah. Dark Plant Mum is by Anastasia Slavina, either Russian or Ukrainian designer. This is Ada that I've dyed myself. Also a mini start from last year, May 4th. And once stitched ready, it will look like, just a moment, technical issues. Once stitched, it will look like this. It's Darth Vader reading plant books, of which the book on the floor says How Not to Kill. I would say it's a plant book. He has different kind of plants and wild and how to plant. He's reading some important information. Yes, so anyhow, I have got Vader stitched. Just the book needs a few more stitches, and of course back stitching, and then everything around the chair needs to be done, and the bookshelf and the plants and the rest that isn't done yet. Yeah, this was one that I thought I'd do for my daughter, but thank you for my darling son-in-law that or my daughter's fiance, who said that she's not that much into Darth Vader, even if she's into plants. Yeah, 2 over 1. This next one is also a bird in the same series that I had the what was it? Bullfinch. This is Woodpecker. My fingers are playing by themselves. It's a cute round little birdie, also the same series. That is what woodpecker will look like. And started as mania last year. This has a small start, and I guess I started from his belly also, like the bullfinch, but this has where are you? It says this is 6%. I'm not that sure, but it says it. This is 295 stitches. It doesn't look like that. It needs work. Yes, I know. The next one, I haven't started. It's no, wait, before that, sorry, I jumped over one. Carol Manning Designs, stitched on white even weave, which is something count, don't know. Mania start last year. Heart of the Forest. And once done, it will look like this. And I am actually 71.5% done, which means 50. This is actually, I was amazed how little this has stitches. In all, 2,119, of which I've done 1,550 stitches. And it looks like this. So sort of like less than half of the leaves left. And no wonder I can't find my needles, because I had them hanging around on a whip. I like these small petite size needles. Yes, this is spike out fabric. Even weave. I would think, is this 25 count? It looks great with I've been stitching 2/1, 22 count, 20 count. Even weave. Yep. Heart of the Forest. What did I not tell you? I am so unorganized with this. Okay, let's continue. The next one is the one that I was laughing about by myself. Just a moment, I need a sip. This is Odyssey freebie that I have to check, because I'm opening up Markup RXB, and yeah, no, it's a design that I have bought, because when I got Markup RXB, I had an Odyssey freebie in it, which I think was great. But no, this has nothing to do with that. I just had to check it because I didn't remember. So this is Macau. Which one's done? The original art is by Suzanne Jutzeler, Schweiz. Sorry for butchering your name. Cross stitch designed by Tarina Clark. 250 by 210. And just look at this bird. I mean, stunning. Those colors. Wow. Yeah, I started it on Ada. I stitched the whole top. And that's just about it. I had the top row done. And then I started going diagonal. Yeah, okay. Recheck to, I think, my latest, my previous video. Diagonal was the word I was supposed to be using, and I think I used vertical all the time. I guess you were wondering what I'm talking about. Yeah, so Jen, the caffeinated crafter, has been the one who has inspired me to do diagonals. And I actually have done in a few of my whips, I have done the 2 diagonals. Yes, but this was Macau from Artisy, and it has a really long way to go, but it's not big piece. This is the whole piece, and it's gonna have margins that are small, but I've been stitching this in hand. Love it. Let's see once I get to the actual bird if there's going to be a lot of color changes. Then I might put it into a frame and stitch. Yes, so that was the next one. Then we go. I've got too many charts on my pattern keeper. Where did we go? We jumped to my spreadsheets, and we have, what's this? It's a chart by Arden Ellen Nixon, charted by Haid, started May 27th, 21. Yeah, the Macau also was last year's oh my god, Mania. Started on the 21st of May. Yes, what's this? Stitched on some kind of fabric that I do not know what it is. I don't even know if it's actual cross stitch fabric, but it's something that I've done 1/1 full cross. And what it will look like, I just love this face. It will look like a lion wondering what on earth this white stuff is. It's just, I love it. It's an animal that I have seen in real life, even rather really close, in Ngorongoro Creator in Tanzania. They had eaten, so they were calm under the trees, and we got close by with cars. Well, anyhow, back to 2025. and cross stitches. I have started from the left upper corner, and this is something that I'm trying stitching a 50 by 50 area and then going on the next one. This is I'm at 3.15%, just a few percents to go. Yeah, and I'm really trying to keep up with that system, and I'll have the best for last once I get down to the line. That was, what's this? Then I don't know how many knows I didn't until I bumped into this chart, which is Mini Magic City with Books. It's a full coverage. I'm stitching this on the same fabric as the one before, 1/1 full cross. This I'm stitching with CXC. The others I have been stitching with DMC. Yeah, the question was that or I didn't know that even Michelle does charts. Okay, no. The designer is Michelle Sayeta, and she has charted this also. So that is something that I didn't know. This is Mini Magic City with Books, and even though it's a mini, I cropped it. I took off the top 40 rows and the first 20, what are they? You know, this way, the first 20 out, because I want to get to the books instead of stitching the sky. And there will be enough of sky. This is what it will look like without the top 40 and the 20 vertical lines. Yeah, I have done 6.35% of the whole chart, and it means 5,362 stitches. I actually really enjoy stitching with CXC. It's a bit fluffier, but the coverage is great. But I won't change everything to CXC from now on, because I have the full set of DMC too, so depending on the work I can choose which I'm stitching with. Yeah, but that is Mini Magic City with Books, CXC 1/1 full cross. The next one is a paper chart. Actually, not yet. Frog and Nomi, designed by Nessa. I can't remember her surname. Better not say anything, just so that I don't mess up. Anyhow, she belongs, she's admin on Fun with Cross Stitch group on Facebook. Now I have to back up a bit. Nessa has done the chart. I'm not sure where the art came from. Yeah. But anyhow, there are quite a lot of different kind of gnomes. And it's written a big G, a small N, a small O, a big M, and a small E, so that's Gnomey. This is Frog and Gnome. And once it's done, it will look like this. I love it. It's just so cute. His what are they? Oops. His cheeks are so wonderful and round. I don't know. At the moment, I'm at this point. This is linen fabric. I would say it's 28 count. Stitching it 2/2 with DMC. And it's a big one, so I've got it on a roller frame. And yeah, chipping into it slowly. And it's just so cute. But that was Frog and Nomi. WIP number something. Then we have Fox, which is a magazine chart. I have the magazine somewhere here. Just a moment, please. My whips are falling everywhere. Yikes! Don't my pile. I'll have to leave that because the magazine is somewhere in the pile and it's going to split, so I'll show the fox later. But the next is Villa Mirabilia, which is Mirabilia Designs by Nora Corbett. Do I have any information? No, I don't. When I've started this, I wonder if I've written it on the chart. Well, anyhow, I have started this a million years ago. And once it's done, it will look like this. This picture has been taken 2003, January 20th, 2003. So it's actually, I can see I have started this on January 16th, 2012, when we had in the Finnish cross stitch group, we had an ultimate crazy January challenge on which we started stitching one chart per day that January. Yeah, I've got a long way to go to get this ready. This is where I am at the moment. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. I wonder, can you see that the fabric is modeled? don't know. This is the problem with the lighting, because I can see it here. It's very light modeling, but it's yeah, I don't know. Can you see it if I bring it really close? Yes, statistics are not there, except that this I started stitching this on 2/1, but that was way too thick. And then I after I got this bottom part done here, everything else that I've stitched above that. The roses here are stitched 2/1, and this, whatever this sign is here, but the actual dress parts are having stitched 1/1. Full cross. Yeah, maybe this will get done someday, somewhere over the rain, maybe, I don't know. My darling younger daughter was on vacation in Estonia like over 10 years ago, and she brought me a wonderful chart by their governor, which is Winter Bouquet. This was originally this is a kit, except that I started with a kit and it said stitch with 1 strand. I didn't like the look. Then I restarted it on a 40 count even weave. No, this is 40 count linen, yes. I started it again, and I like the courage much more. This also has a bit to do. But it looks stunning. I'm stitching it over 2. Yes. Hope to have it ready someday. Then we have Tico. Tico is my younger daughter's first dog. And when she was very much younger, it was her dog, but it was also the family dog. So yes, well, anyhow, I found a couple of needles again. We had Tico for just a short while, a really short while. He died accidentally, and I had a picture of him, and a friend of mine, Minna, she made me a chart, and I started stitching him. I don't even have a photograph of Tico. Well, I do, but there are paper pictures that are somewhere upstairs in a box. And this is where I am. I have the back to do, a few stitches here and there on the face, and then filling in a few gaps here and there. No percentages. It's a paper chart. It's an old paper chart. Yeah, and I think there's sort of like that kind of an area to do. The paper chart is challenging because there are so many signs that are the same, like an arrow up or left or right or down or even vertically. No, diagonally. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's my explanation, but I think I'm the reason why it's not getting done, because I just, yeah, I don't know. It's so much easier to use Pattern Keeper. I need to get it done for my daughter. Yes, that is Tico. He is a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Next one, Ollie the Owl by Lee Holland, the DMC chart. Stitched on 16 count Ada, blue Ada. I don't have a picture with me. It's from a magazine, and I don't know where I put the magazine at the moment. So, well, anyhow, Ollie the Owl. Oh boy, he is so washed. Yeah, he doesn't have his eyes yet, but he's got his wings and his tummy and part of his head. Not a big chart. Actually, Ollie is 40 by 60 stitches. It has 1,269 stitches in him. How do I know that? I don't know. Can't remember. Ollie, no idea when I've started him. With Tico, he was started August 1st, 2007. I need to get to him before the WIP turns 20. Next one is a wonderful piece by Ancient Sage Designs. This is some kind of an even weave. I have this in many of my stitches, but I don't know if it's 20 count or 22 count or 25 count or what. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I apologize. I was looking at this. It's raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. I just love that the saying. It had two colors, of which I have had a change of heart. I've stitched this in different kind of purples, and these rings that I'm stitching on the outside, I have no idea what the color is. I have not written it anywhere, and yeah, okay, I've been lazy trying to find it, because those are the only things that are missing, and then it's done. It's like $15 stitches in one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 and a half circulars, and then it would be done. I really need to sort of like push myself to get the right color and stitch it ready. Yeah, raise your words. That is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Do I have the information? I don't know. I started it last year, but for some reason I have not put the date. Okay. Don't even think about it. A design by Nadezhda Nagornaya, Russian, Ukrainian. And this has been a Mania start last year, May 15th. I'm looking for the picture. This is in markup RXB because it didn't go into PK. This is what he will look like. I just love that smaller animals. I don't even know what it is. He's telling the fox off. And I sort of like have a very, very tiny start. Which way should I show this to you so that it's, yeah, it's the fox's, there's his nose and up on top of his head. Stitched 2 over 2 on DMC on Eva by WIPParade. Needs a couple of stitches to get ready. Then I have an artsy design, but I'm pondering, should I show this or shouldn't I show this? I'll just show it because it's a whip. It's Dragon 3. And as said, it's a dragon. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It is a dragon. And which way is this? This way. I have stitched almost all the black. On easy count, easy 16 or 18 count. Easy, what is it? Oh my gosh. You know when you have the squares ready? Yeah, Ada. I think this is 16 count. And that's what I've done. I had started this when? 3rd of March 2024, my brother's birthday. Yep, anyhow, I have done 10.55% with 2,806 stitches. I've got 23,794 to do. I'm stitching, I think it is, yep, 2 over 1 with the call for colors. And the next one, finished these 3 sunflowers. This is a chart that I won from, we have a cross stitch group that it's called cross stitch, but in Finnish ristipisto.fi, Finnish cross stitch shop, and she had a raffle, is it called? Yeah, and I won it. I'm not sure, was it just the chart and the floss, because I have the floss, or was it a complete kit? But whatever it was, I have changed the fabric. I had this linen band that I love, and I've almost done the middle sunflower. And it's a pretty piece. I love the yellows. But this too needs a few more stitches to get done. No statistics with the stitch count since it's a paper chart, but I have started it February 6th, 2024. Then, no, wait, March 1st. No, I'm getting messed up with my rows. August 1st, 2023. And it's a chart by Magic Needle EU. Then we have, I have the picture, but it's somewhere there in a bag, and they are not in order, so you'll just have to do with the WIP. Anyhow, this is Dogs of Duckport, and it's a small one. It's by Susie Spafford by Janlin. It's Susie's Zoo design, I think, but it's charted out with Janlin. 40 count Ada, started February 16th last year. I got this for my birthday present from my younger daughter. I have a bigger one, also Dogs of Duckport. There's at least 5 dogs, but this one has 3 dogs. I went and dyed the fabric because my brain just said that I want a grass and I want a sky. So I did just that. And there are 3 dogs coming up. I messed up somewhere here with the biggest dog's head, so I decided I'm stitching from the bottom to the top so that I can catch on where I have the mistake. And if it's that big, then I'll need to do something with it. But if I can fudge it, then I'll fudge it. But I can't find it. Yeah, so these 3 dogs. I have actually put an ending date for this, and it's December 31st, 2025. So my goal is to get this ready this year. Yeah. Then we have a chart. We have the Finnish Cross Stitch Association's meetings twice a year. We gather up with the ladies for the weekend, and from Friday to Sunday we have fun. We stitch. Who stitches a lot, who stitches less, and then we eat a lot. and at least I sleep quite a lot. But last September, when we had September, end of September, start of October. I can't remember quite the weekend what it was. I had taken a few cross stitchings with me, but I had taken minimal floss, so I ran out of floss. But there was people who were either selling or giving away charts. So I got to pick this chart. It was a kit, so it had the fabric and the floss and everything, and I started this because I really didn't have the floss to stitch on what I was stitching in. This is where I got to. It's the table and the flower pot. No, actually it's a chair, not a table. But that's what I got done. I don't think have I stitched on this after that weekend, but yeah. It's Ada. Does it tell? It says it's 5.4 per centimeter. That times 2.5. This is, I think this is 14 count. Ada, and I would think it's DMC floss, but it doesn't say it. Yeah, but this is a start of a flowery chart. No statistics because paper chart. When I say statistics, I mean how many stitches I've done and how many are left and what's the percentage and those kind of things. Does it say? I've started this October 4th. So it was the first weekend of October last year when we had the stitching meetup. Oops. Maybe I need to put the floss back with the charts because the chart doesn't have the floss numbers. Yeah, better keep them safe. Then I've actually started 2 of Jardin Privé's Sal's. I'm sorry, I just kicked the table where my phone is recording. Yeah, but I have a problem with them. First of all, I can't upload them into PK, and the reason is that the designer puts all kind of texts. I understand that she doesn't want her charts to be copied or the copyright infringement being made, but it also means that when she writes a text into the actual chart, PK reads the actual text, not the chart. Frustrating, I would say. Really frustrating. So I can't get them into PK, and yeah. My brain likes to have the numbers, and yeah. And then I did the first part, or part of the first part, and then I took a picture and I put it into the group, and I was told that my picture was taken wrong, because you can count the chart from the picture I had taken. Ugh! I'm sorry. At that point, I sort of like got mad. Really? Does anybody do that? Okay. It's yeah. I got frustrated with it. I really did. But then again, it was a closed environment of the designer, and yeah, I sort of felt like I'd been kicked in the gut with my picture. Yeah, yeah. And does somebody really take a picture from the internet and start counting how to stitch that? Maybe somebody does, but anyhow. Okay, now that I've got that out of my system, maybe I'll continue with this. But yeah. I still have not stitched part 1 complete. I have done a little bit of another part, but since you're not allowed to show it, I'll just like yeah. It's a whip, but it's this close to being a I couldn't care less UFO. Okay, we're over that. Yes, thank you. My next one is the amazing animal kingdom. I got the mini. And I got the mini because even the normal chart is it's too big for me. It is too big for me. It was like 600 times something, and I'm not doing that. And what the chart is that I'm talking about, Siska Stitches got me into this. It's your fault. She's been stitching on hers, and I think it looks absolutely magnificent. It's not your fault. You just inspired me. And I've been looking at these Amy Stewart's bookshelves, and this is the one that's sort of like close to my heart, because yeah, because it has animals, and it has so many African animals in it. Yes, so this is the one that I'm talking about. And I took the mini version because, yeah, I'm not doing big ones. It's big enough for me. This is 80,600 stitches, cross stitches. It's, what's the size of this mini? Even the mini is big enough. It is, just a moment once I get to check it out. It's 325 wide, 248 high. Big enough. 88 colors, Amy Stewart art, Heaven and Earth Designs. Charted, I have done 4,050 stitches, and I am at 5.02%. I am stitching this on, this is Swagart fabric. I don't know if this is linen. It has these funny, you know, the typical linen bulky threads, but I don't know the count. I didn't remember to check it. Have I put it in my spreadsheets? 22 count hardanger. Started February 28th, 2025. And this is where I am. Can you see the gorilla there? And the bird up here? Yeah, and the rainbow's coming right there. I started doing this the Max Color Stitcher does it that way, and she has learned it from Stitching Mummy. You know, when you go by 10 by 10 blocks, left to right, bottom to, no, top to bottom, choosing one symbol and then going stitching with that and then choosing the next one and the next one and the next one. But she's doing a full row, but I'm sort of like, I've done where I can, but I don't want to take the edge off. So I'm just stitching sort of like this area. And then I wanted to do the gorilla, and then I was sort of like, yeah, I'm not stitching it anymore. 10 by 10 rows, 10 by 10, 10 rows high from left to right. I'm stitching whatever. I'm going sweewee. Yeah, but I really enjoy this. I love the coverage. Yeah, it's a really nice piece. Love the animals. Okay, when you have supersized Max Colors, you have supersized Max Colors. Mini cannot compare with that, but Mini is good enough for me, and I really enjoy stitching it. Yeah, okay, still got a few. My latest start, is it? No, it isn't. We were at the weekend again. This time it was the first weekend, the Finnish Cross Stitch Association's Stitchy weekend. I started this on April the 2nd. It's an artsy design. It's baby animals. I just had to buy them. Yeah, had to. But this is so cute. It's a baby zebra. And I started stitching on it on the 2nd of April. Yeah. 27 count. No. Why have I written? This is stitched on Ada. 16 count Ada. And I've done 24.12%. I was going to start from the top, but I didn't have the most top color of the year. And then I checked, do I have the most bottom color of the chart? And that I did. And I've been going up with 10 squares and 10 squares through the full width of the work. And that's how. There were a few colors that had like 20 something stitches after this, so I just put them in, and I have 2 zeros. But this is how the zebra looks like. It's really beautiful at coming out. I have not cut the fabric yet, which is not what I usually do. But I have 4 of these baby animals, and I thought that maybe I'll stitch them all on the same fabric. Let's see. But that is zebra. Stitched with 2/1 full cross DMC. Then at the weekend, like I told before, we had people were selling out their stash or giving out their stash. It was completely up to you what to do. And I've never stitched a mill hill. I've never owned a mill hill. Now I do. It's a buttons and beads spring series, and it's the parrot. And I wonder if I can show it, yeah, without taking it out of the bag. Perforated paper. I don't think I've ever stitched on that either. And this is where I got to. I started stitching with the white, but it was sort of like a bit boring, so I grabbed the green, and actually I think I've done all of this green, and then going on the next color, sort of like color completing, extreme color completing, but this isn't a big one, so yeah. So that's my first nail hill ever. Started on the 6th of April, and since this is no, this isn't a full coverage, okay. Sorry for the noise. I just needed to get it back into its thingy-majiggy. Okay, so April has been a month of new starts, because why not? So the baby zebra was started, and the parrot was started, and then autumn wings, which is a design by New Leaf Craft. It's a 16 count Ada. I just felt it's a cute chart. And even though it's autumn wings, I'm sort of like not those people who necessarily stitches seasonally. I just stitch what I stitch when I stitch it. And this is what it will look like. With the PK's new feature, you get to stitch half stitches. One thing that when I count my stitches, PK counts even the half stitches as one. So I'm not sure I'm quite up to where the count is if you count a half stitch as 2 half stitches and 1 stitch. But this is where I am with it. All this bottom is half stitches. I've done, PK says I've done 901, but that's counting half stitches as 1 complete. A couple more. I have not counted. A million years ago, when I was young, I was a mother of 3 children, so I wasn't that young, but anyhow. Passione Ricamo is one of my favorite designers, even though this is only the second one I am stitching from her. But this is called Summer Fairy Spirit. Looks like this. It's a paper chart, of which actually I have got quite a good chart done. The chart is copyright 2000 to 2004, so I bought it somewhere there, and I have started it somewhere there. And I'm actually, I think I'm over halfway done. So this is the lady, and this is stitching. I wonder if I can get them side by side. So I have a good way. I'm sort of like to her armpits, or actually I'm up to her neck already here. So it's the wings and the head and the top over her gown. Okay, there are missing stitches from her bodice, but not that much to go. This would be lovely to get done and framed and put on the wall. Yeah. The designer behind Passione Ricamo is Laura G. Lattuada. She does her own art, of which she does her charts. Her style has changed over the years. I like these that were from the beginning of the century, or the end of the last century. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Okay. September. Based on the art by Jane Starr Wales. The chart is done by Anne-Marie Väisänen, who doesn't have a shop anymore. I was supposed to model stitch this for her, but life came and hit me in the guts. But I have still continued stitching on her. I've been stitching sort of like from her bodice up. I've got her hair in, some of it, and then this is I think this is her jawline. It looks sort of rough now with just the one color, but yeah. The one big mistake that I did with this is that this is 25 count and I'm stitching 2 over 2, and I've been wondering, should I start all over again and stitch it on like 16 or 18 count Ada? Will I ever get it done? Or I'll just persevere. What is it? Persevere with this one and just do it, because it's a beautiful chart and I love those blazing red hair. Yeah. Then my only Riolis kit that I got sometime. It's 1491 called Squirrels. Narelle, if you're watching, you are the reason for this. Every time I stitch on it, I think about you. Narelle loves squirrels, and they don't have them in Australia. That I've understood. Yeah, it's a pretty stitch. That has, I don't even know where I am. Which way is up? I think it's this way. But then it isn't. I don't know. It's this way because there are the eyes of one of the squirrels and then part of its ear. Yeah. I had done more, but of course, I mean, counted cross stitch. How many times do you need to count? Once? Twice to be sure? Yeah, I don't know if I even counted. Actually, I drew the gridded lines after I had messed up and I've taken the stitches out that were in the wrong place. The squirrel would have had another ear, but it was off. It was off, if I remember correctly, one vertically and one horizontally, so it was off. Yeah, but this is yeah, stitching with this is fun. Stitching with the Riolis floss, that's sort of like a woolen, just with one strand. It's the coverage is enough. It's a bit I would actually need to use a mask because it makes me itch. Not the touch, the dust. Sort of like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe yeah, so I'm the reason why. I'm actually the reason that everything isn't more done. Yeah, because the chart, the webs, the fabric, the floss, they don't do anything. It's you who does it to them, or it, and that's why I stitch in the corner, just in case I need to be in the corner with messing up. Yep. Okay. Everybody knows I sort of like have a hate relationship with backstitching, especially when there's a lot of it. This wonderful foxy chart that it's Nadezhda Nagornaya's chart, if I remember correct. This star is for you. He has a star in his mouth, hanging from his mouth. And the only thing that I need to do is the back stitching at the bottom. Still have a bit to pull up here. And then there's another one, other round thingy, this type, upstairs. That's on the top. That's all this is missing. Why can't I get it done? I don't know. I think I need to yeah, I'm not saying anything because I just not. Okay, my oldest WIP, which is The Quaker Sampler by Martina Day. I think I've started this in 2005. Yes, 20 years ago. It's stitched on even weave that I've dyed myself, not 20 years ago. It's 28 count fabric. The flosses are Dinky Dye silks that I won a million years ago I can't even remember how, but I won them. And I was so happy. But over the years, I have lost 3 pages. And they are the 3 pages from the bottom, like, well, I'm missing 1 page here. Sort of like in the center. And I'm missing a page down here. And then the 3rd page from here. Because this is the bottom. They're just small pages. And I can't finish it. Or actually I thought just this week that maybe, just maybe, no, actually this is the bottom of the chart. That's a bit higher. Maybe I just need to chop it. No, I can't do that. It's too much of ripping out. Yeah, but it's like there's just a slice from here and then here. I contacted the company that has Martina's designs. This was a free stitch along way back when the internet came available for everybody. And we started having these groups. Yeah, but I got a response that they didn't have a sal then, and I was just too bothered to answer back. That yes, you did, because I have proof. So yeah, I think I would just need to. This is this size. I can't see anything. It's a big one. I would think I would just need to take like for the bottom something from the top and stitch it in a different color. And then, can you see anything? This tree is sort of like missing just a bit from here. So I don't know if I need to sort of like take this part and flip it around and stitch it there. And then what's left there are these small motifs here and there, and just put them in with different colors. Sounds like a good plan until until I forget it and don't remember what I said. Yep. But anyhow, thank you so much for staying along. I have been talking for almost 2 hours. Did you count? I didn't. Maybe I'll actually count them and put the amount in the description below. Yeah, and I've mentioned for Flosstubes. I'll try to link them down. And yeah, so I've been around for a year and 2 months. Not that often, but I've been here. I really enjoyed sharing what I have, and I will continue cross-stitching. I will try not to start that many. I think I need to make a promise. Fingers crossed. Make a promise that for every 5 I need to finish 5 WIPs before I can start one, because in 2025 I have worked on 34. I have started 10, but I have also finished 15. So yeah, okay, the ratio is not right. But from now on I need to finish like 35 before I can start the next wave to keep the ratio right. I stitched for 107 days this year. I've missed 2 days. Yes, so I think I have more than 41, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I will count them. Thank you so much for joining my WIPParade. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you like what you saw and come back to see something more. See ya. Bye.